Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. That's better. Welcome to the 24th Ward. It is so good to have you here. It is always a great day here in the 24th Ward. And we're here kind of celebrating, right? This is something that is really special to me because it has been brought to you by a really great family. I was just telling a story to the mayor about kind of how this facility came about. Their father, Stephen Davis, their father came to me, when I first started working in government, and he said, how can I help you? How can I help you over in the 24th Ward? I don't want to do anything except make your job a little bit easier. And I said to him, hey, what makes my job easier is to bring quality jobs to my community. And to his word, he stepped up in a major way, and that is the fruition of this great facility. Moreover, he's a great parent, and he has two wonderful children who have become very dear friends of mine who run this company, Josh and Jessica. They are amazing folks. They put so many folks to work here in this community, and I'm just so proud to be here. I'll let them talk a little bit more about what they do, but if you see those street lights that are out that have been put up over the last couple years, this is the place where they've been built. This is the place where they've been manufactured. They've been doing it by hands from people in this community. And so the person, I think that the 24th Ward has been experiencing a renaissance, right? And they've invested, and they were the first snowball, they've invested in this community beforehand. But the reason it's enjoyed a renaissance is because of Invest Southwest. And Invest Southwest has brought so many things to this 24th Ward, and the brainchild of Invest Southwest, who it comes from, who it spawns from, and all of its energy is from our great mayor, Mayor Lori Lightfoot. And if you come to the mic, we appreciate it.
Good morning, everyone. I grew up in a town where there was always a little bit of light manufacturing. So being in a warehouse like this feels very comfortable for me and feels like being at home. So thank you, Alderman Scott. I'm just going to say the energy here in the 24th Ward is because of your energy and your determination in making sure that you are very clear in advocating for good quality jobs in this neighborhood. So thank you for everything that you do. We are here to celebrate. We're here to celebrate the completion of the Chicago Smart Lighting Program. This is a modernization program that has been improved, that has improved the quality of nighttime visibility across our city and brought us, which I'll talk about in a minute, a lot of benefits, particularly around energy efficiency. Joining me today is CDOT Commissioner Biagi, Lions View CEO Josh Davis, Amoresco Executive Vice President Lou Maltezos, and I think we've got folks from ComEd, Jamil Mohammed and Ashley Harrington. When I first became mayor, I promised the city that I would make our government work more efficiently on behalf of the people. And I'm always mindful of how we spend taxpayer dollars. I pledge to be efficient with those taxpayer dollars and be energy efficient to create a greener, sustainable city and make government processes more efficient to better serve our residents. And the Smart Lighting Program, which began in 2017, was something that made sense for us to continue and see to fruition. This 4-year project converted 280,000 hazy, outdated, often broken, high-pressure sodium streetlights to energy-efficient LED lights. And that's a big deal. These new lights are a dramatic improvement in the quality of outdoor lighting as they are clearer, crisper, and brighter. And these lights are also significantly more efficient than the old ones. In fact, LED lights use less than half the energy of high-pressure sodium lights and can last twice as long. For this reason, the Chicago Smart Lighting Program is efficient with taxpayer dollars, and it's projected to save over $100 million in the first 10 years. And folks, that is real money. And these savings have already started to accumulate. For example, in 2021, for the first time since we started this project, we cut the city's electricity bill by more than half. The bill would have been $16.5 million if we were still using all old lights, and with the LED lights, we saved $8.7 million. In addition to these savings, we receive $34 million in rebates from ComEd for switching to the LED light fixtures. And we've got to give a round of applause and thanks to ComEd for their support on this project. Thank you. And truly, the program is paying for itself, not to mention all the other benefits, and I'll talk about those now. The smart lighting program meets the promise of being us becoming a greener, more sustainable city. By significantly using less energy with these longer-lasting lights, we are making a positive impact on the environment. For instance, these lights greatly reduce our city's carbon footprint. The carbon reduction impact of this project is estimated to offset more than 134,000 metric tons of carbon dioxide. That's the equivalent of the energy use of 16,000 homes for a full year. With this carbon reduction, we are well on our way of meeting our carbon climate goals. Additionally, LED lights greatly reduce light pollution into the city's night sky because of the way they direct light upward or downward onto the sidewalk, as it should be, rather than up into the sky. Reducing artificial light in the night sky is better for animals and humans alike. And at the very least, this should help us see a few more shining stars over our beautiful city. The smart lighting program is also meeting the promise to deliver more efficient government processes. And this, I think, is one of the most unique parts of this new smart lighting. These new lights are maintained through a wireless smart lighting management system created in collaboration with the city's Department of Assets, Information and Services. Each streetlight will now be equipped with a wireless node control that can detect when a streetlight has gone out to automatically create a repair ticket and assign crews to respond. That is a huge step forward. Before this project was implemented, the city's 311 system was getting about 1,000 calls a week about streetlight outages. A crew had to be sent to investigate if there was in fact an outage, and about half the time it would turn out to be inaccurate. Now, thanks to these smart lights, we'll automatically know when a light goes out, and it can be repaired quickly. The new technology also controls lighting schedules, provides updates for lights that have been serviced, and assists with the routing of crews when responding to service requests. All this enables us to get our lights on that much quicker and greatly improve the efficiency of our operations crews. I'm also proud to say that this program enables our city to maintain its status as a leader and model for other cities across the country. This project is one of the largest and most reliable smart technology infrastructure systems in the country. This is the blueprint for other cities as they update their own streetlights. As a city, we have made an impact and influence other cities through the work that we're doing here. And this is just one other way in which we're showing our strengths. I know that I've already shared many of the benefits of this program, but I got to boast about another important aspect of this work, and it's in the procurement process. We place an emphasis on working with minority-owned and women-owned business enterprises, as well as an emphasis on employing Chicago residents, as we always should do, including those from socially economically disadvantaged areas. We met and exceeded these goals throughout the 4-year program. Our prime contractor, Amoresco, and our key vendor met our MBE, WBE requirements. 50% of the workforce creating these lights consisted of Chicago residents, some of whom are with us today. And 10% of these workers come from socially disadvantaged neighborhoods. In fact, more than half the lights were assembled by Chicago residents right here on the west side at this facility. This facility has also made a concerted effort to create jobs for returning residents, and something that is very important to me personally. You can clap for that. Providing employment opportunities for formerly incarcerated individuals significantly reduces the likelihood of recidivism, making Chicago safer, stronger, and overall a more welcoming city. I'm deeply proud to celebrate the completion of this project, which is very important. And I got to give a shout out to our colleagues at CDOT. Commissioner Biagi, I see we've got the first deputy here and others. This was yeoman's work. You've done a tremendous job, and this is something that's going to inure to the benefit of our residents for years to come. So thank you very much. And with that, I'll ask Commissioner Biagi to come to the podium.
All right. Well, I think that's everything I had to say about it. Thank you, Mayor. And we are truly bringing the light today. So I've got to start with a few thank yous, and not only to the mayor, also Alderman Scott. He called me a couple months ago, and he's like, "You got to get out to the facility that the Will Group has. You have to see it. You have to see the impact that Smart Lighting program has." And we had a call, and then we came out and met with Josh and Jessica and the whole crew here. And you see around you just the impact of the choices that we can make as a city, having an impact on neighborhoods and supported by the kind of work that you're seeing here and great folks like Alderman Scott and our mayor. A couple other folks to thank up front, and I know he's not able to be here, but Transportation Committee Chair Alderman Brookins, who's a big supporter. Alderman Taliaferro's just, I think, is right over the border here, and I know that some of this used to be in his ward and now it's here, but I think, you're lifting up neighborhoods on all sides. And then I know certainly Ashley Harrington and Jamil Muhammad from ComEd, and Lou from Amoresco, our prime contractor. I know we've got folks from Millhouse here. Don't forget Millhouse and the engineering. Greg Dieter and Joey Anderson, I know we're leaders on that, and folks from John Burns Construction. So it's a team effort here that made this happen. And it's incredible to be here to celebrate where we are. And as the mayor said, we have the biggest, the best, and the smartest lighting program, not just amongst big cities, but in all of North America, right? So you're talking leading the way as a city and demonstrating what we can do to create a system that it's really four things. It's cleaner, it's smarter, it's greener, and it's a job creator. And you'll hear more, particularly from Josh, on some of these. But cleaner, as the mayor mentioned, it's a crisper light, it's a cleaner light, it's directional, it's actually on what you want it to be on, which is sidewalks and the public way, and making sure that you feel more comfortable in neighborhoods at night, making sure that visibility is better. And this has everything to do also with safety, how we feel in our neighborhoods, but even driving around, that you can see people and objects. It has a huge improvement on making our neighborhoods safer. It's greener, right, in two ways, for climate and for really, the money that we're saving our city with this program. So as you heard, it's a dramatic reduction in our carbon footprint. You heard about the equivalency in housing. It's as if you took 30,000 cars off the road. Like, that is the carbon imprint that we're talking about, that we have eliminated in our city. So that's huge for quality of life, for the air that we breathe. And then also the other kind of green, right? You heard $100 million over 10 years. That's what we're gonna save. That is huge. That's a very big number. Very big number. That's on top of the $35 million in rebates. Thank you, ComEd, for those rebates that we received. This is the way that we lead with technology. We lead with creating a better system, and then it works better, so it's smarter. This lighting system, it'll know the light's out before any of us do. It has the smart nodes on top of it that send a signal. It creates a work ticket, as you heard. It goes right to our Division of Electrical Operations. It has machine learning that can even help route our crews in a more efficient way, so that how we're mapping our routes coincides with where the work is. It'll test the whole circuit. It can even tell us which components inside the lighting fixture are what we need to address. I mean, that is high-end technology, and that is the kind of city that we are and that we're going to be moving toward on many fronts. So smarter, and then of course, lastly, it's a job creator. And again, you'll hear more from Josh, who leads Lions View, along with Jessica here in a moment. But putting Chicagoans to work, building skill sets for the future. As we're walking around, we're talking about electric vehicles, we're talking about other kinds of new technologies. Those are the kinds of things that we lead on. We can lead in Chicago, and we do it right here on the west side. You also heard about our success making sure with minority-owned and women-owned businesses, getting Chicagoans to work, meeting and exceeding those requirements. We can do it, and it makes that lasting change. So before I hand it off to Josh, I want to especially thank you for your partnership, and Jessica and the whole family here. You're doing so much for your city. It means everything. And I've got to thank, as I mentioned, our partners Amoresco, Millhouse, John Burns, Itron for the tech, and so many others. And as the mayor mentioned, nothing happens without the team at CDOT. I've got so many folks here, a couple who maybe you couldn't hear, but Chief Engineer Dan Burke, I know Ozzy Chavez, who's our Deputy over Engineering, Craig Turner, who I keep saying is new, you're not new anymore, but leads our Division of Electrical Operations, absolutely tremendous, of course, and the indomitable First Deputy Tom Carney, and we have other folks here. I could keep going. But thank you to the crew for pulling this off. Thank you to everyone here who are building the components. You're making a lasting imprint on your city, a legacy that we'll all share together. So with that, I invite Josh to come on up and talk about Lions View.
I'm not sure if there's much to say after that. So first of all, I'd like to thank all of our key partners on this project, the City of Chicago and Mayor Lori Lightfoot, Amoresco, John Burns Construction, ComEd. This facility is the fruition of the Smart Street Lighting Project. Without it, we wouldn't be here. So thank you all very much for that. I want to thank Alderman Telefero, who welcomed our organization to the west side of Chicago 15 years ago. And of course, Alderman Michael Scott, who welcomed us and helped us build this facility here. And I'm just grateful for that. But most importantly, I want to thank the team of Chicagoans that built all these lights. Without it, we can't grow, we can't keep doing what we're doing. So please give them another round of applause. So the city of Chicago made it known that products installed in Chicago needed to be built by Chicagoans. And without the city, and what I would call a true public-private partnership, we could not have gotten this done. World-renowned manufacturers saw that and wanted to invest in the city. They wanted to invest in the facility because you all made it known, so thank you for that. It's been a springboard for growth for us, from going from a little 10,000 square feet facility across the highway to building this 60,000 square foot phase 2 that will soon be another 60,000 square foot coming in 2023. So this will be a 120,000 square foot facility right here on the west side of Chicago. And the great part about that is this is land that was vacant on tax rolls for many, many years. So the investment in the community and that private partnership went from vacant property to the city saying that and really allowing us to springboard for growth. Now and the great part about that is while we may have started with the street light, manufacturers are watching what the city's doing. They're seeing the value that's brought and said not only can you build streetlights, but thanks to our partnership with ComEd, we're now building high voltage capacitor banks. You'll see over here we're now building fare boxes for the CTA in partnership with GenFare. And in 2022, we'll also be launching EV chargers in key partnerships. And again, all off of growth from the Chicago Smart Street Lighting Project. So thank you again. And last but not least, as a company and having success, we need to continue to be good stewards. So we'll continue to offer we'll continue to offer non-discriminatory hiring practices that allow those to leave their past in the past. And that's ultimately what we want to do. And ultimately, as Alderman Michael Scott said, all this was a vision led by my father in partnership with my family, and Lions View is a small part of a big picture of growth long-term to invest in not only our community, but our workforce as well. So thank you all very much. Thank you for believing us. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to grow. And again, thank you to our key partner, Amoresco, and I want to introduce Executive Vice President Lou Malteso.
All right, there really is nothing left to say now, but thanks, Josh. Good morning, Mayor Lightfoot, Commissioner Biagi, Alderman Scott, distinguished guests. Thank you so much for letting Amoresco have a minute to celebrate this great achievement with you all. On behalf of the entire team, I do want to acknowledge the Department of Transportation and their leadership and the outstanding work environment you've created over the last 4 years. That was a big part of the success of this project, in my opinion. And I also, of course, want to acknowledge our partners and principal team members, John Burns, Itron, and of course, Lions View Manufacturing that are hosting us here today. I was born here in Chicago, and I love this city. So it was a welcome challenge to ensure that the dollars spent on this project helped to support jobs for Chicago residents and local minority and women-owned businesses. I work with cities all over the country, and I can tell you this is a big deal. The Chicago Smart Lighting Program is the largest municipal-owned street lighting modernization program in the country. As the mayor said, we've replaced over 280,000 lights with new high-tech, energy-efficient LED fixtures that rolled through this facility that Josh has toured us this morning. As we said earlier, the new fixtures are going to provide more consistent light, last 2 to 3 times longer, and use less than half the electricity of the old fixtures. And I think it's worth reiterating, it has the same energy savings as taking 30,000 cars off the road each year, or the energy consumed by 16,000 houses every year. As the mayor and the commissioner said, this translates into over $100 million of savings for taxpayers. So there's so many great attributes to this project. It's tempting to ask, why doesn't everybody do it? And I can tell you, in my opinion, it's because cities are understandably apprehensive about taking on new technology on this kind of a scale. And that's why it's so important that this City of Chicago Smart Lighting Program has been so successful. Because as the mayor said, it really is a roadmap and a model for other cities to follow. And it shows that with the right leadership, with the right plan, and I like to think with the right partners, you can really achieve a transformational project that improves the quality of city services, makes a dramatic positive impact on the environment, largely pays for itself through the energy savings, and all without compromising the essential goals of opportunity, inclusion, and engagement. So with this as the model for other cities, I'm confident those on the fence are going to get off the fence and do the same thing. So once again, on behalf of Amoresco and our team, thank you for letting us be a part of this event and for a part of the project. It's truly been a great experience. And I think now we're going to move on to a ribbon cutting.